Hi and welcome to the tutorial. So today we'll be looking at Budapest by George Ezra, and this is a good piece that I teach to my students when they're a bit more confident at using hands together and also using a black key. So that's where I actually want to start by looking into the music here. I've got a link to the sheet music down in the description. I've had to upload it onto a third-party site because I don't actually own the rights to the music because I didn't write the song. But I wrote this arrangement for it and included a bunch of stuff in there for learners, like the finger numbers, and I'll write some stuff on this sheet which will also be available in the download. I've put it up for the minimum amount because I'm not allowed to actually give it away for free because I don't own it. It's on Sheet Music Plus for $5. So the link's in there. You're able to just follow along with this tutorial anyway. Let's have a look here. I just want to jump right in. That symbol there is called a flat. And that means that, see on that middle line there, we get every good boy deserves fruit in our treble clef. So that is a B flat. Now it's a good idea to go forwards through the piece and we want to look for all of the B's and give them a little bit of highlight. So it's like going through and finding those B's. So just the B's. So I'll go through and show you a couple of them. They're all just on that middle line there, just like that. Now there are also some in the bass clef. Now if you're not too sure about the bass clef, don't worry. I'll label in some of these notes for you. This here is actually a B. Well, that one a little bit big, but just the top note. Just the top note there is a B, which will be a B flat. I'll show you what I mean in a second when we jump on the piano. So basically all you really want to go and do is highlight or circle or mark those B's just so they don't sneak up on you. So there are a lot more on the sheet there. I've just done the first couple in there for you, but it's a really good idea to do that. There are some on the second page as well. So if you play the piece and you think, wow, that sounds really weird for some reason, just double check that you're not accidentally playing a B. They need to be B flats. So the other thing I'll show you quickly, just on the sheet music here, change my pen, is the finger numbers. So let's have a look here. 5 is pinky, and this first note here is a C. I'll show you whereabouts in a second. It's not middle C, it's the one above that. And what we want to do is have one finger per note. So just one finger per note, pinky on C, that means 4's on B, 3's on A, 2's on G, and 1's on F. So we call that F position if our thumb is on F and we're using the right hand. So we're in F position. Like I said, I'll show you that in a second, so don't stress. We are going to be in that part of the keyboard for pretty much all of this page. The only other note that you might get surprised by is this one, hanging out in the middle of nowhere. That's also an F. So these notes are both an F, but they are an octave apart. So one of them is higher than the other one. There we go. So just keep an eye out for that one. The F's there, I'll just label them in just like that. So here we are, ready to jump into our first page with the right hand. Let's see what the left hand's up to. So this note here is a very special note. That's middle C. It's kind of in the middle of your piano. That's not why it's called middle C, but usually you can find it towards the middle of the piano. So in the left hand, we have an F and a C. And what we need to do, I might just change color, pinky on F and thumb on the C. I'll show you in a sec. They're all the same, they're all the same, they're all the same. And then this is where that flat is that I was talking about. So we get B flat. Oh, actually, I'll put the numbers 2 and 5. And then we have an F and B flat. But like I said, I'll show you. Then it just goes back to the F and the C. So the left hand is super, super easy for the first page. It's only got 2 things to do. There we go. Easy done. So let's jump into it. I'll show you on the keys. I'll put this just off to the side here. Hopefully not bump anything. Okay. So left hand, we want to go to middle C, and your thumb is going to go on middle C. One finger per note, just like that. So let me just move this out of the way for a second. Don't really need to look at it. So I've pretty well got this one memorized. So that's our position there, F position. So pinky's on F, G, A, B, C. Now, what was I saying about those B's that we highlighted? They are a flat. So flats go down from their note. So it's this flat key here instead of this key here. So it gets replaced. So now we have F, G, A. Pointer finger sits on B flat, and then C is with your thumb still. So there's our position. So it's good practice just to walk yourself around in that position. We're only really going to be using these notes here. So the 1 and the 5. And then 2 and 5. So your pinky just stays where it is. We play our pointer instead. So let's have a look at that first part of the page. That first part, I'll count us in 4 beats. What we're going to do is play them and hold them down for 4 beats. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Bar 2. Bar 3, 2, 3, 4. Bar 4, 2, 3, 4. And then the one with the black key. 2 of those, and then it goes back to the C again. So there are our first 2 lines. The first 2 lines there, like I said, the left hand doesn't really do too much. It's really just going on with that F and the C 4 times in a row, and then the B, flat, and F, just like that. So I'll play along here, and I'll just kind of show you we're here. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So the next part is basically the same. So let's have a look at the right hand. Right hand, like I said, we've got to start with our pinky on the C. So not middle C, we're going to make it go over here because our left hand was just here. So both of our hands are actually in the same position. They both have F at the bottom. And then B flat and C. F, G, A, B flat, C. That's our position. They're both in what's called F position. So the position is named after whatever the bottom note is in each hand. So the right hand has like a little squiggly thing in that first bar. That's a rest. So we don't play for that first beat. So we get rest, and then 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. 4, 3, 2, rest. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. 5, 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. This is when it jumps up the octave to that other F. The high F, low F, high F. So there's our right hand. So I'll play it again. Just from the very start, we get a rest, C, C, and then we jump over a note, step, step, rest, C, C, jump, up, down, down, rest, rest, and then jump up to the other F, up there, back to low F, back to high F, and there's our first 2 lines. So look over that a few times if you need to. So this tutorial is really kind of for beginners. If you're, a little bit more confident, you can kind of zip through it a little bit if you just need a bit of a demo. And if you already know how to read music fairly well, then that's good. So let's put the hands together. So what happens in the right hand is that there's a rest. So let me bring up the sheet real quick. The right hand has a rest straight away. So let's put this in red. The right hand has a rest straight away. So that means the left hand is going to go by itself. It's going to play by itself. And then the right hand will play after. But only just after. You don't need to wait very long. It's very quick. So these two notes are played together. They're together. And then they're together. And then the left hand's just by itself in that last little bar. So all the little red markers just show when they play at the same time. So let's have a little go at that section there. So I'll put this out of the way and I'll play just that first little bit. And then together, when you go to the black key, together, just like that. And then left hand goes by itself. And there it is, because the next part is basically the same. So the next part is exactly the same. The only difference is it plays that last bit twice. So see over in the corners here, we have little numbers. They're our bar numbers. So that tells us which bar we are up to. So this very first bar is bar 1 over here. And then this would be bar 2. And then, you know, as you go on, bar 3, etc. So let's just get rid of those. So that way you can kind of count forward by 5, 6, 7, and then here's bar 8, for example. So bar 17, that whole line there is the same as this line. So we're just doing that thing twice where we jump up the octave. And you literally just play it again. So you already know everything you need to know for that whole page. It just kind of repeats. So there we have it. I'll give the whole page a playthrough just so you can hear what it sounds like. And then we'll go on to page 2. So let's get this out of the way. No, I'll just play it slowly so you can kind of watch. I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4, left. Together on the flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Left hand by itself, and the very bottom line just repeats that little bit there. 2, 3, 4. And then left is by itself. Here we are at page 2. So let's have a quick look at what's happening. There is a position change. So in the right hand, what we have is we're moving up, we're putting our pinky up to F, that higher F that we played before in page 1 when we jumped up the octave. So now if our pinky is on this F here, we're going to be in like a B position. So our thumb will kind of be on the B. So we're stepping down, the same note plays twice, we step down. And then what we need to actually do is make a gap. See between the notes here and here, there's actually a gap. So we're actually skipping over a note. So our thumb needs to kind of jump away. It needs to move away by 1. It needs to kind of skip over a note. We need to skip over the top of that B, which I'll show you in a second. Just like that. Second line starts the same way. Pinky on the F, and then we get a little crossover here. Thumb is on the A. Then we have to cross over like that. I'll show you when we go through. It just means our thumb will be on A, and then we'll cross over onto G with our pointer. here. Didn't write the finger numbers in here in bar 29. That's all right. Can put them in now. 4, 5, 4, 1. So our fourth finger will be on F in that part there. And then we go back, just like the beginning. So this is like the beginning. Let's write in like the start. My handwriting is just great. Pinky on the C. We're back in F position, just like that. That repeats, that's the high F. It jumps up. So just so we've got everything written in there all nice. Now we have a repeat sign at the end. That means we play that line twice because there's a backwards facing repeat here. So that sends you back to the opposite facing repeat. So you just repeat that part, just that little section. All right, so let's have a look at the right hand first, then we'll have a quick look at the left hand. So I'll put this over here for a second, maybe just like there. Try not to like bump any of the actual EQs. Okay, so there's middle C. Oh, and I already pressed one. There we go, middle C. Pinky is going to move up. So we've got C there. We were in this position earlier. Need to move up just a little bit more to this F. So our pinky's on F. Down, down. See, in that first bar, a lot of them are the same notes. 2 of them, 2 of them, 2 of them, and it goes up. We've got that skip B part. We're just moving our thumb across and just not playing the B. Just like that. So just skip over the B. And the second line starts off the same way. We get 2 A's, we cross over the A to the G with our pointer, and then thumb goes twice. Just like that. So they're our first 2 lines with the right hand. So I'll just go from the top, bar 21 I think it is. Yeah, with the right hand. And then you just rest, 2, 3, 4. Now there is a note in there that you might have noticed that has a little line going through it. That is called a tie. This little line here. So we actually don't play this note. It gets held. So a tie holds that note. There we go. There we go. Kind of legible. There is our tie. So let's have a quick look at the left hand now. Let's see what the left hand's up to. We have pinky and thumb, a C and a G, and then a B flat and an F, and then an F, C, and F and C again. They're just the same thing again. So we get C and G. All of these will just be pinky and thumb. They're all a fifth apart. And F to C. And then this is kind of like the beginning again when we have the F and the C, and the F and the B flat. And then the bottom part is like the start. C and F, F and B flat, just like that. Okay, so let's have a look at the left hand. On this second page, it's just going down. So it was here at the start. In that area, we want to go down to the next available C. So we're going down like that. Pinky on C. C, D, E, F, G. That's our position. We're just playing pinky and thumb, C and G, just like that. So it goes for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need to go down to B flat and F. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all the way then back up to the F and the C that we had at the beginning. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second line with bar 25. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So then, the notes that play together are going to be lined up on that first part there. They play together. Now, the left hand's going to play by itself in that bar because the right hand has the tie. So the right hand doesn't play that note. The left hand will play by itself just for that first little bit. And then the next note comes in. Then the left hand just by itself, play together. There's the tie again, so the left hand will play by itself there. And then all of these other ones will actually play together. So what we get here, that note and that note are the same note. They are the exact same note. So your fingers are going to share that note. They're going to share middle C. So don't freak out when you see it. Whoopsies. You're sharing the C. I'll show you in a sec, so don't stress. It's pretty easy. Everything else should be pretty straightforward. This is like the beginning of the piece, so the right hand has that rest, left hand plays by itself a lot of the time, because that's just a little quaver rest there. Alrighty, so let's jump in here, and I'll do the first 2 lines together. So the first 2 lines, I'll play them together. Let's move this just out of the way there. I'll chuck this out of the way down here. So the left hand's moved down to C and G, and the right hand's got pinky up on the high F. So it's up a little bit higher, not too close together. It's way up here. So they play together. And the left hand's going to play by itself there because that's where the tie is. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And then crossing over, pointer, thumb. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So it'll go a little bit like this, a little bit faster. Oops, I didn't move. Got to move back to C position. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So in the original, it does repeat like a few times. The first page is the verse and this second page has the chorus. You can jump back and forwards between those if you really want to. This version is just like a simplified version, and you can put in as many repeats as you want, but it shows you every part of the song. So this next part, the left hand's back near middle C, just like the beginning. You get 4 of those from bar 29 across, then bar 33. You've got the B flat again, and then back to the F and the C. In the meantime, the right hand is in what we call C position, so middle C. So that's that number 4 that I had on there. So that's our number 4 on F. Just like that. One, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 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 2, and 3, 4. So the dotted notes are held just that little bit longer. I'm not going to go into like great detail of how to read music and rhythm and stuff like that. That's really something that you can actually cover a lot of that in my upcoming music course, to be honest. These tutorials are really just, you know, a bit of a let me just write this in here, middle C. Oh no, I want to write middle C. A bit of a stepping stone really for people who already know a little bit about music. And because I'm playing it, you can hear how it sounds. Bar 33. So I'll play bar 29, that line there, through that line there. So I'll just play those two lines there for a second, and then we'll have a look at that last bit. But that last bit is just the start anyway, so you already kind of know that one. So we're in this position. Now our thumbs are going to share middle C. That's what I was going on about. Middle C there, both of our thumbs are sharing it. So they start together. So see, they're playing C at the same time. You can just swap your hands around. You can get the left hand to play it. Otherwise, just put them both on there or cross them over. It's all right. As long as the C gets played, it's fine. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Then the left hand goes to the B flat. Then we get a D. Just like that. So it's pretty straightforward. Hold the F. It's like for 2 beats. 1, 2, and. And the G comes in on the and beat. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Oh no, that's supposed to be a D. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Just like that. So in the ending, it's just the same as the beginning. And then up to the F. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Just that bottom part. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's the whole song. So I'll play the song now just from start to finish, so you get a bit of an idea what it sounds like. As you get a bit more confident, you can even play along. So let's go from the very start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crossing over, we're back on the F. Now we move down, sharing middle C now. So we're sharing 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, B flat, and then D in the right hand, and then back with the middle C. And it's like the beginning again. Fading out, doing a little repeat, and kind of slow down. Fancy little arpeggio at the end, because why not? So there we have it, Budapest. It's a fairly kind of easy, confident beginner intermediate piece that you will be able to teach yourself and follow along. I'll put all the links in the description to everything, so just let me know if you have any questions. Just drop them down below. It's fine. I'll answer any of your questions. And I hope you're all keeping safe and you're having a good day. And I'll see you soon.